Good morning to you all, or good evening, or any other good. Welcome back for our discussion. Before we start, let us please close our eyes. Remembering God within us and outside. Remember that our connection with Him is through our breath. How much do we remember Him? How long do we get connected with Him? This breath may be the last one. Are we conscious or not? Bhishmadronatata jayadrata jala gandharanilotpala shalyagrahavati tupena vani parnena velakula ashwatthama vikarna gora makara bhuryodhana bhatini sotirna kalupandavairananadi Kaivartaka Keshavaha. With Krishna as the boatman, the Pandavas crossed the river of battle, Kurukshetra, where Bhishma and Drona were the banks, Jayadraha, the water, the king of Gandhara, the blue lotus is on the water, Shalya, the shark, Krupa, the current, Karna, the high waves, Ashwatthama and Vikarna, the terrible crocodiles, and Duryodhana, the white bulls. You can open your eyes. Today we will start the 10th chapter. We are starting now the second half of Bhagavad Gita. As per Gurudev, the first half of Gita is theory. Lord Krishna is teaching, giving instructions to Arjuna. And the second half from 10 onwards is the understanding and practice, and most important, the experience of the theory. So slowly, now Arjuna will start to get the experience. As we mentioned the example of the river coming close to the ocean last class, now Arjuna slowly will start to feel the salty water. That means the river is coming closer to the ocean. This chapter 10 is called Vibhuti Yoga. So we will start. Attha Dashamodhyaya. Now we start the 10th chapter. Vibhuti means special power or special quality. Everyone has some special quality. Everyone has some power, and it's unique. All of us are a unique manifestation of God. No one is equal. No one is the same. And we have two options to deal with these special qualities, this power within us, our vibhutis. One aspect is we can look outside and compare with others. Oh, he has this, I don't have. He's like this, I am not that. And with this kind of extroverted look, we create ego. We create this comparison. We feel smaller or we feel higher. We create complex of inferiority, of superiority. That is not the best option. The second way that we can deal with this, our special qualities, is to look within and to perceive that these qualities, this uniqueness in us are nothing but the power of God. God is manifesting in us in this unique form. So this is the way to look inside and to perceive who is giving us these qualities. Vibhuti, in the spiritual meaning, is a powers that comes out of practice, spiritual practice. And all the masters say that powers in the spiritual path are an obstacle. Although many people search for it, they are normally cause for increasing ego and falling from the path. When we are talking about this obstacle, I just remember one story that Guruji told about Sage Narada. Sage Narada was meditating very, very deeply. No one could disturb him. And then Kamadeva, the Lord of Desires, the Cupid, came and tried to distract him. So he sent birds singing, he sent flowers, he sent beautiful dancers with beautiful songs. Nothing could distract Narada. And he was very firmly established in meditation. And then, without knowing what to do, Kamadeva just bowed down to him, defeated. And what happened? When Kamadeva just bowed down to him, Narada felt proud. That means his meditation was finished. Automatically, out of instinct, he just raised his hand in blessing to Kamadeva. And then give a very subtle smile. And then Kamadeva left. So Narada, even unconscious, stood up from his meditation that was over because of ego. And then the second thought came, wow, I have to share with someone my conquer of Kamadeva. I defeat him. He didn't know that was full of ego. So he said, I'm going to tell to Lord Brahman. So he went to Lord Brahman and said, you don't know. Kamadeva came to me and I could defeat him. My meditation was not disturbed. And then Lord Brahma just smiled and said, oh, very good, then. Amazing. But just one thing, never tell this to Lord Shiva. He will not accept. And then finish conversation. Then Narada said, he's jealous of my power. He doesn't want me to tell Lord Shiva because I will be more considered than him. I will go to Lord Shiva. And then he went to Lord Shiva and said, Shiva, today very interesting happened. I defeat Kamadeva. And Lord Shiva, wow, you are so great, amazing. No one could do this. But just one thing, never tell this to Vishnu because he will not like. It will not be good for you. And then he thought the same thing. Also, Lord Shiva is jealous of me. I'm really great. I'm going directly to Lord Vishnu. And then he went and then told the same story to Lord Vishnu. This story is very long, but at the end, Lord Vishnu teach him a big, big lesson of not to fall in ego and powers and all this. So, Vibhuti. Lord Krishna in this chapter called Vibhuti, the special powers of divine glories of the Lords, he starts or continues his revelation to Arjuna. It's becoming deeper and wider. It's becoming more part of Arjuna. Arjuna is getting more and more eagerness with these teachings. It's a continuation from 7 to chapter 8 to 9, and now is the last part of this revelation before the experience comes. In the beginning of these chapters, Lord Krishna says, in this chapter, Lord Krishna says, nor the gods, nor the seers, the Maharishis, can know me in totality, because I am the source of both. I am the creator of both, so they cannot know me. And when he's telling that nor the divinity, the gods, nor the seers, the great rishis can know me, there is a little bit inner meaning. When he says gods here, he says about the deities presiding our sense organs. That means you cannot perceive me, Arjuna, with your senses. And the seers, the rishis, means knowledge, wisdom. And in us, that means the intellect. So Lord Krishna is saying, firstly, before he starts to speak about his glories, you cannot realize me with the senses nor the intellect or mind. And then his first revelation for Arjuna, his first main teaching in this verse, it's the inner aspects of the Lord. So he's saying to Arjuna how he is going to perceive the Lord inside himself. So in the verses 4 and 5, Lord Krishna mentioned few qualities, but not only positive qualities, also negative qualities that are within every person. And he's saying, that is me. Some examples, he say, I am intelligence, I am knowledge, I am control of the senses, I am control of the mind. But also, I am fear, I am fearlessness, I am birth, I am death, I am fame, I am disrepute, I am truthfulness, I am forgiveness, I am compassion, I am meditation, I am charity. So he mixed good and bad that happens in every single person, and he's saying, all these are known but my manifestations. So the first power, first glory he's saying is, everything that happens within you, it's me. Remember that. And then he continues, the person who thinks about this and meditates on these qualities, they are most devoted to me. They worship me. And how to do this? In the verse 9, Lord Krishna gives the guidelines of how you should worship me, how you can reach or perceive me. And this verse Guruji likes, and he mentioned quite a few times in different discussions. So he mentioned 4 aspects. The first aspect he calls Matta Chitta, and that means you have to love God with your mind. Now, what does it mean? What is the first instruction? Remember God with your mind. Remember God. And using your mind to inquire, who am I? What's my real nature? This is Matta Chitta, the first aspect. The second aspect is Madgata Prana. And what does it mean? Offering your prana to me. And this second instruction is, try to remember God in every breath. And prana comes from the heart. So also that means offer your heart to me, to God. That means purify your heart. Make it a little more empty with emotions and negativities. Get rid of it so it can come and abide in your heart. This is the second instructions on how to perceive him. The third instruction he gave is Bodhaya Antaha Parasparam. Using your intellect, convince your mind to love God. And the second aspect, Parasparam, discussion. Just try to speak only about God. Does not get distracted and talking nonsense. Search for people like-minded who also likes to hear and speak about God, and try to get closer with these people. You know, Ramakrishna Paramahansa, when he used to listen any worldly talk, he used to cry and loudly and pray to God, please remove these worldly people from here. They are hurting me with all these talks. When someone will come and speak about only you and nothing else. And the fourth aspect that Lord says is Kathayantaha Nityam. And this means always sing the glories of the Lord. And you have to develop loving for listen my name, my glory, my life, and my stories. So always singing the glories of the Lord and loving to listen about Him. These are the four aspects that he mentioned to Arjuna, how to follow and how to experience his divine glories. And then after that, Arjuna gets the understanding. Who is this Lord and his glories? And with that, Arjuna, after few chapters without speaking, just listen the Lord, he speaks. Not only he speaks, but he prays. And then he says, O Lord, O God of all unborn, or supreme purifier, no one knows you. So he starts to, out of understanding, to praise the Lord. All the sage and saints praise you. And now I believe it's true because you yourself told me all these things. And then he says, how can I meditate constantly on you? And with that, on which aspect should I meditate upon you to be united with you? Because I'm never satisfied. Please continue with your showing of nectar about your glories. And then Lord Krishna starts the main part of this verse, this chapter, with his divine glories. But before he starts, he says, "Oh Arjuna, I'm going to tell you only the prominent ones, because my form or manifestation has no limits. So you listen." But before he starts to explain his prominent manifestations, he gives more broad concept. He says, I am the soul. I abide in the heart of all beings. I am the beginning, the middle, and the end of all beings. So he says, I'm everything. I am in all beings. I am the soul. And then from that, this broad concept, he starts in the next 20 verses explaining who is he. So he says, among these, I am that. Among that, I am this one. So he mentioned in these 20 verses all the aspects of the creation and the principle, the main aspects of any special thing. So he quotes animals, he quotes the waters, he mentioned the mountains, he mentioned the people on the creation, he mentions the qualities of the persons. He also speaks about divinities, and in each term of this, he mentioned who is the prominent ones among all this. It's very beautiful and extensive. And then after explain all these divine glories, the prominent aspects of the humankind, of the intelligence, of the animals, of the deities, of the mountains, of the ocean, of the ceremonies, of the sacrifices. And then at the end, he concludes again with a broad concept just to close and to give a completely understand for Arjuna about his glories. And then he says, I am the seed of all creatures. There is nothing in this creation that is not my manifestation. I am everything. Doesn't matter if moving or not moving. I am that. So he finishes his revelation with this final I am. But then, just to think a little bit, There are many names here, many aspects of the manifestation on which Lord Krishna speaks that we are not so familiar. Like who is Pavana, who is Shukracharya, who is Airavata, who is Bruhaspati, many names, who is Indra, that are prominent, but maybe not for us. How does this revelation, how does these prominent aspects of the Lord can have a purpose for us, can be applied in our lives? And another thing, why Lord Krishna just spoke about the prominent ones? Just think in our lives. Whenever you get in touch with something that is prominent in your life, that's something that is important or have some higher quality, what happens? We have a special feeling within us. We have a stronger or more intense feeling within us because of that experience. And what Lord is saying here, whenever you have any intense feeling, some special feelings in the creation because of the greatness, because of the imponence, because of the special creation, just remember that that special feeling that you got from that experience, it's nothing but me. I'll just try to give one example for you. Let us say we are in the pond looking for some fishes. Okay, we have some joy. We get some joy. Oh, nice fishes. But if suddenly you saw in the same pond coming on the surface a big crocodile, what will be your feeling? Would be the same feeling that seeing small fishes, or it would be strong feeling, a special feeling? You would say, "My Lord, big crocodile! Let me take some pictures and show to everybody." Maybe your heart you start to beat faster. So this is the prominence. I just gave an example because Lord Krishna said, "From the fishes, I am the alligator." See the difference in between the prominent one and the other ones. It's a special feeling that it's created in us. Oh, it's a great thing. So that feeling, we should remember that is the manifestation. God is revealing himself to that glory to us. He's saying, "I am that prominence." And this feeling is also me. Another, for example, if I tell you that person is very rich, you say, "Okay, nice." Maybe you get some good impression. But if I point to another person and say, "That person is Bill Gates," is it a different feeling or not? Yes. And you say, "Oh, this is the most richest person." He has some power. He has some greatness. And this power, this greatness in the prominent ones, this feeling in us is the manifestation of God. So whenever in our lives, whenever we are living and we have this experience of something great, of something important, something special in the creation, this is the divine glory of the Lord. He's trying to reveal himself to us through that special thing, that special aspect of the creation. And that feeling in us should remind us of the presence of God. This is the main lesson of this chapter. We don't need to understand every specific name of this chapter, but we have to apply in our lives. We have to open our eyes and see the creation and the special creations with this kind of attitude. This is one part. Even in our daily lives, we have our preferences. We should also remember God in our preferences. Let us say you like food, but you like some special dish. And then you have that special dish, you have a special feeling. That special feeling also should remind you of the presence of the Lord. This is Vibhuti. He is that. You have some persons you like more to be in the company. It's not only that person, it's the presence of God in that person creating joy in your heart. You have some different aspects of divinity that you like more. For example, you feel more joy when you look at the Jesus. Remember, when you feel that special connection, remember God. You look at your wife or your baby, some special prominent ones in your life. If you don't remember God, you create likes and dislikes, attachment. But if you remember God, you are slowly developing equanimity while living in the world. So this is special qualities. This is Vibhuti. Vivekanandaji, I don't remember exactly which book he mentioned that, but he had this experience of seeing the glories of the Lord everywhere. One day he was sitting at the feet of Sri Ramakrishna, and then suddenly Ramakrishna touched Vivekananda with his feet in the chest. And then he stayed in this state of just perceiving God everywhere for like 1 week. He was seeing the world, but he was seeing only God in every object. So he mentioned that he stayed in that state, he stayed for days without food because he doesn't need, everything was God. And then suddenly he starts to eat and eats 4, 5, 6 plates. And the mother say, "Are you mad? Did you see how much did you eat?" But he was just seeing God in the food. He was walking the streets, looking at the electric poles, going and bracing the poles, because he was just seeing God. That is the experience that Arjuna is going to have, and this is the experience that we have to develop. But we have to change our attitude in the world, to remember His glories everywhere we look, especially in these prominent ones. This is another lesson that we should remember from this chapter. Another aspect of this chapter, when he says, "I am this, I am that, I am this power, I am all these glories," it's me. This is also one teaching very important in our lives. Because what happens? Whenever we have some special qualities, you are good in something. What happened? Like Narada, ego comes up. Even if it's just within ourselves, we think, "Oh, I'm very good on that. Oh, I'm intelligent. I did this. I did that. I am great." So, Lord is telling here, why should you be proud of any accomplishment of yours? Why should you be proud of any good quality you have? I am everything. I am all the power in this creation. I am all the qualities of this creation. Do not be proud of Arjuna or all of us. And it's a funny declaration, the Lord Krishna, in the verse 37 of this chapter. He says, "Oh Arjuna, among the Pandavas, who am I? I am Arjuna." So Lord is telling Arjuna, I am yourself. All the qualities of a warrior, power and strength you have, it's me. So, not be proud of any quality we have, any accomplishment we have. It's nothing but the Lord. So, Lord is saying during 20 verses, I am, I am, I am, I am. What's the reason? He's trying to convince us that we may stop to say, I am out of ego. He says, I am out of reality, and we stop to say, I am out of ego, out of proud. He is, not me. This is another lesson that the Lord is trying to teach us. Everything that you see that has some power in the world, it's Him. So, something for us to just reflect a little bit. And one more thought about this chapter. If by chance Lord Krishna would be willing to use your life as a description of some special thing in the creation. If Lord Krishna would be willing to use your life as a prominent quality in some verses here, just think about which quality in your life do you think Lord Krishna would be using in these verses? Would be a positive quality or a negative quality? Do you think Lord Krishna would say, among the meditators, I am he or she, mention you. Among the happy people, I am he or she. Among the charitable people, I am he or she. Among the disciplined ones, I am he or she. Which quality Lord Krishna would use as a prominent in your life to describe some power of him? Or he would use some negative quality. Among the lazy persons, I am he or she. Among the angry ones, I am he or she. Among the sad ones, I am he or I am she. Just think about what are the specialties you have in your life. The prominence. We have prominent good qualities that help others, that help ourselves, or we have negative qualities that are prominent in our lives. Do you get more anger, more bad mood during the day, or you are more positive during the day? What are our main qualities, main aspects of our life? Are you trying to change or not? Are you trying to improve those qualities or not? We have to work on it. We have to experience this power of God within us to these qualities, to this prominence, to this specialties, uniqueness that we have. And also we have to look outside and do not forget Him in any place. This is the experience that we have. This is the practice that we have to do in our lives. And from that, with this practice, it will come the experience of the divinity, as Swami Vivekananda had, and as now Arjuna is going to have in the next chapter. Vibhuti, Divine Glories. It's up to us. Right? We will conclude the 10th chapter here. You can close your eyes, please. Om Tat Saditi Srimad Bhagavad Gita Su Upanishadsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Sri Krishna Arjuna Samvade Vibhuti Yoga Namadashamo Yayaha. And here we conclude the 10th chapter, Vibhuti Yoga, the Yoga of Divine Powers, Divine Glories. Try to keep your eyes still closed, watching your breath, watching your mind and thoughts. Everything that happens within you is nothing but the presence of the Lord. Every thought, every breath, every body feeling is His presence. Special powers. And related to this chapter and this experience of divine glories, we'll sing one song of Yoganandaji. You can sing together, or you can just keep your eyes closed, watching your breath, utilizing this moment to be more connected. Oh God, beautiful, oh God, beautiful, oh God, beautiful, oh God, beautiful. At thy feet, oh, I do bow. At thy feet, oh, I do bow. Oh God, beautiful, oh God, beautiful. In the forest thou art green. In the forest thou art green. In the mountains thou art high. In the mountains thou art high. In the river thou art restless. In the river thou art restless. In the ocean thou art great. In the ocean thou art great. O God beautiful, O God beautiful, O God beautiful, O God beautiful. At thy feet, oh, I do bow. At thy feet, oh, I do bow. O God beautiful, O God beautiful. To the serviceful thou art service, to the serviceful thou art service, to the lover thou art love, to the lover thou art love. To the sorrowful thou art sympathy, to the sorrowful thou art sympathy. To the yogi thou art bliss, to the yogi thou art bliss. O God beautiful, O God beautiful, O God beautiful, O God beautiful. At thy feet, oh, I do bow. At thy feet, oh, I do bow. O God beautiful, O God beautiful, O God beautiful, O God beautiful. At thy feet, oh, I do bow. At thy feet, oh, I do bow. O God beautiful, O God beautiful, O God beautiful, O God beautiful. Hey Hari Sundara, Hey Hari Sundara. Oh Lord, I'm just your child, trying to open my eyes, try to understand your glories, trying to perceive your presence within me and outside. But I need your help. I need your blessings. I need your presence. Guide me, discipline me, remove my ignorance, open my mind and my heart for you, so I may perceive you everywhere all the time. This is my only goal. Take me to that, O Lord. I bow to you everywhere. May the blessings of God, Gurudev, and all the masters be upon us all in every moment of our lives. And trying to perceive the presence of the Lord within you all and everywhere, I bow to you with gratitude. Om. Amen. Thank you all for this opportunity, and we'll meet again on the next chapter. Jai Guru.